Leo, how you doing? So what have I got for you channel-wise? Silence, or peace, or tranquility, or peace, victory, V, or like, I'm hearing John Lennon, but like spread peace, or something like that, or like just peace, victory, V's, I'm out. So, I'm done. So it could be done, somebody called Dun, Dan, Dan Doon, I don't know, but I keep hearing nothing, like I don't hear anything. Like, it's kind of like, unless you're losing your hearing and someone's deaf and they're like always like going, what? What? What did you say? Sorry, what? What? A sphincter? What? You could be dealing with a Virgo. See, like, a sphincter says, what? What does it say? Or what does that say on this t-shirt? I don't know. Steve's got some t-shirts coming, and he's got some new ones. Or, are you coming? I keep hearing like, well, are you coming? What? Are you coming? What? Are you coming? What? I don't know. Unless your name's Cummings. I don't know. Unless it's kind of like a bell. It's, oh, happy birthday, Leos. So I'm picking up like, are you coming to my birthday? Or are you coming? Like, are you going to come? What? Are you going to come? What? Unless you're finding it very difficult to literally come all together. And you're kind of like, well, I'm finding it very difficult to come anywhere, really. So unless you're just being invited out and just like, or called out or invited out, and you're like, I'm finding it very difficult to really get up and move, or to just go out. Like, I'm finding, some of you really could be dealing with like an ecluse energy. I would pick up like Virgo possible placement, because I'm picking up like a lot of peace, a lot of tranquility, but also a lot of like difficulty in going out, so a lot of fear. So that's why I'm picking up. So Leos, so yeah, Leo. So don't forget, Leo, you can also watch this as a number 8. So if you have 8 anywhere in your chart, life path, or even in your sun, moon, rising, Venus of another number that represents 8, which would be Aquarian, y'all can watch the same reading as Aquarius. It's the same stuff really, because it's just numerology. But the video does explain below. Leo. So, like I said, I keep hearing this like, are you coming? Are you coming? Or finding it very difficult to literally like shoot your load or something. Or like just finding it very difficult to come out. Or like someone could be, I don't know, like bisexual, or have something going on within themselves of like, I'm finding it very difficult to speak. I'm finding it very difficult to say what I want. I'm finding it very difficult to come out if somebody is like, you know, say if they're in a same-sex relationship or they're changing gender or something like that. You know, finding it very difficult in order to be able to communicate at this time. And I think that might be globally with everybody. Well, not globe, well, globe. Something to do with a snow globe. Or a snowblower. Something to do with someone that's taking cocaine maybe, I don't know. But like, I keep hearing like I'm finding it very difficult in order to communicate with anybody at this time. Like the sound of silence, like I'm just going to be very silent. I'm going to sit in the background and just kind of like watch the world go by really. So I don't know if you are like, find it very difficult to communicate. Well, they're saying finding it very difficult to communicate with anybody. Because I was just about to say with your partner or with your ex or with anybody. But they keep saying, no, I'm finding it very difficult to communicate with anybody at this time. So this could be you and your partner and your people and your mother and your father. Like just I don't really want to talk to anybody at the moment. So you've obviously got something on your mind, Leo. Now, I don't know what that is. Is it where you're constantly thinking about speaking but somebody won't? And you're like, it's just nothing and it's just silence, and because of that reason, which could be like about around love, or the name Reese or Rihanna or Reason, okay, but like because of that reason, now I find it very difficult to come out my door, okay. So unless you're like me and I'm finding it very difficult to come out my DAW because of all of the equipment I've got, but like, so you might be into music and stuff like that and mixing, sampling, and you might like Angel Radio. There's a new song coming out very soon, which is Soul, Flip to Soul record. But like finding it very difficult to come out of my door. Like, so why would you fear coming out of your door? Because I'm hearing like I'm finding it very difficult to actually come out of my front door altogether, because I don't want to bump into somebody. Because I don't want to clash. So, or crash. So, I don't know. Unless you're dealing with like a Cancerian, they keep saying Cancerian. So some of you might live near a Cancerian or something like that, or you're finding it very difficult in order to communicate with a number 7, or a Cancerian itself. I'm trying to think if you come up in the Cancerian reading. I think you did, actually. Well, it would be a life path 7 or a Cancerian. So it's kind of like this. I'm finding it very difficult to come out my front door. I feel very trapped, like an 8 of Swords kind of feeling. I'm not speaking. I can't speak. Now I feel trapped. Now I feel like a recluse, that I can't actually do or say anything. I mean, it's kind of like somebody's took something off you. Took something away from you, like, I don't know, like your phone or something, or am I channeling for children? Like someone's lost their phone, or they've lost something, or lost their password, or lost their fucking marbles. I don't know, Leo. But like, because I've lost everything, I now have to remain silent. Like I don't have access to something anymore. So I don't know if you've been locked out of your account, or I mean, why would you be locked out of your house if you can't come out? So is this prison? Is this the Four of Wands energy and of like prison? Like I'm locked out. Like someone that gets out of prison, they come to and they realise that when they get through the door, it's locked and you can't get in. Because I'm hearing like, or Lucy or lock it, but like something that is locked and I can't get in it. Now I don't know if that's a house or a safe or a cracking a safe, or like I just can't seem to get on it anymore. Okay, and I can't seem to get on. If somebody blocked somebody or banned someone from like YouTube or something, or well, you can't ban people from YouTube. Well, chats, I suppose, or the name chatters. I keep hearing the name chatters or chattress, or mattress. Something to do with a mattress. I don't know. Can't come out of my mattress, so you can't get out of bed. What? Fred dead in a bed. Fred. That message came through again from a deceased loved one, that someone that died in a bed. Also the name Diane or D or David, or I keep hearing David in a bed. This person probably died in a bed. Anyway, I definitely keep hearing though for you that I'm finding it very difficult to come out with what I want to say, and I know what I want to say, but you won't listen because you can't get on something. It's like you can't get on with the person, you're not vibing with the person. You know, that's probably why I haven't got my positive vibes t-shirts on. So, I don't know, like, I'm locked out, but I'm also locked into something. So, kind of like that you're already in a relationship, and you're locked out of that one, and you can't go into another one because you're locked into a contract. Because I'm picking up like this might be to do with your work or anything that you're doing, and I'm locked into a contract. Well, that's a marriage, that's for people that are married, okay? Or people that are already with someone and they have their eye on somebody else and they can't be with someone else because they're already with somebody. So that kind of scenario, I'm locked into a contract and I can't get out of it. So is this where, like, it's something, I don't know, because they're saying that they're getting me to look at, my spirit's getting me to look at, like, you're in a contract of, like, electricity, or, like, into a contract of your phone and your mobile phone company or something, or, you know, like an internet provider or something like that. And I'm locked into a contract and I don't want to be on it. And I can't get out of it. And I want to jump ship and go on to something else, but I can't. And that's either like around a Capricorn or a Gemini, because I'm picking up jump ship, which is a Six of Swords. So, like, I can't, like, jump ship because, or jump relationship, because I can't get a jump from my relationship. Someone's really struggling around sex here. Okay, and I can't get a jump start from a Cancerian. Can't get a jump lead. The name Lee, or Leanne, or Lucy. But, like, I can't get a Lindsay. But I can't get a jump start from my car, and I can't get it going. So what is that? So some of you have broke down in your car and you can't get it going, like your batteries run out. Like my probably what batteries you got, your vibrator. That might be because you can't get off. Like I'm locked out of it. Like I mean, someone locked out of their like special cabinet. like I'm locked in a cabin. Okay, so wow, what is this? Because it came up for another reading, and it was around this wooden cabin, a wooden cabin. Like I'm locked in my shed and I can't get out, or I can't get in my shed. So, or Ted, the name Ted. Okay, or Teresa or something, or T, anybody begin with T. But like, I'm locked out of my shed and I can't get in it, and there's something inside of my shed that I want to get, like... Well, anyway, let's have a look at wooden cabin. It's like cabin fever, if you like, cabin fever. So any of you have got a fever, like you're ill and you can't get out, like... Or like, I've got cabin fever, which basically means that I'm stuck at home and I don't really want to go out. Yeah, so I don't know what that is around a cabin. Cabin. Cabby. Abby, the name Abigail, or Cabigail, or Cabigail? Really? Someone won't be called Cabigail? But like, or the name Gail, okay. But like, cab. So a cab would be a taxi. So it's also a Cancerian, maybe, or a 7. But like I'm stuck and I can't get where I want to go because I don't have a car. And I want to go, but I don't have a car. And because I don't, I have to stay at home, right? Because I can't travel, because I don't have means of transport. So I'm stuck at home. Now, if this isn't you, this is someone that you're dealing with, more than likely. But like I have cabin fever and I'm stuck at home and I can't get anywhere because I haven't got a car. Well, in the Cancerian reading, I think they had a lot of, can you do me a favour? Can you take me here? Can you take me there? Can you run me here? Can you do me a favour? Can you do this? And it feels like this burden energy, like Bernard Mannings, or Manny, or Manna, okay, or Madja. But like I'm like foobarred, really. Like I'm just stuck, like I can't get to where I want to go because I don't have public transport. So you have to use public transport. So why you're not using public transport, like trains, planes and automobiles, right? Katrina, I'm also hearing Katrina Applebum. But like Apple. The Beatles or the Big Apple, New York. That's the Big Apple, right? I'm sorry, you guys in America. The Big Apple is New York, right? That's what the Big Apple is. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but they keep saying like the apple of my eye, and I got my eye on the apple. So fruit basket, unless you're a fucking absolute basket case. Hands up if you're batshit crazy, Leo. But like, yeah, they got took down. I'm sorry about the t-shirts, but YouTube wouldn't allow me to say shit on it. So, but there are other t-shirt designs. If you are interested in the shop, you can find it all over the place. But yeah, something around this, like, I don't know, fruit basket. They keep saying like a fruit basket, and I'm like on the lemon, like I'm on lemon, like a fruit basket lemon, or the name Lemon or Lucy, but like I'm stuck on lemon, Lenahan. Or Dave Lenahan, Siobhan Lenahan, Eve, Steve. Sorry, because these are just people I kind of know. That's how my spirit gets me to look at. Like Evie, or Stevie, or Steve, right? And like, let's just make sure, man, I had a fucking technical difficulties with Gemini. If this has done it again, man, I am going to be so pissed. Yeah, something like that. Something around, like I said, it's this basket case. Or this suitcase, and I can't fit everything in my suitcase. Or unless it's legal, paralegal, and like the name Lee, okay? Or like it's a court case and I can't get out. Like I can't make it because I have to go somewhere, like either work or I have to go to court and I can't make it, and stuff like that. Or someone's like coming up with an excuse and saying, I'm sorry, but I can't make it. I mean, is this your birthday or something? And like I can't make it because of I have something else on. I mean, are you passing up goddamn loads of opportunities in life, Leo, because of something? That's what my spirit keeps getting me to look at. Like I seem to be passing on everything because, like, it's like, oh no, I'm sorry, but I've got something else on. No, sorry, I can't because of, you know. And they're like, people say, no, come out, Leo, come and do this, blah blah. And you're like, no, I can't. I'm sorry, but I just can't at the moment. And I don't know. I mean, you can, but other people can't. You see, you can't force other people to do things, but you can do them. That's what I'm saying. Like, well, you can do it. There's this kind of energy of like, I have to wait for someone else to let me know I can. You know, like they can't do it, but I can do it. Is someone trying to tempt you, or you're like looking at a person and you're like, well, if they don't do it to you, then I will. But you're kind of, or the name Will, or William, okay, or Willie. But like, well, if they can't give you a Willie, then I will. So are you kind of like sex addict or something like that? And you're like, well, if they can't give me a Willie, then I'm going to get a Willie wherever I go. So unless you're just giving someone a wet Willie, it's like, I'm looking for a wet Willie. Or a welly, like I'm looking for the green welly. So the green welly here is a bed and breakfast. So Denise or Van or Elton. Okay, or Johnny or Vaughan. But like I'm looking for a big breakfast. Or you're cooking a big breakfast. Like, I'm going to cook a big breakfast, and this might be for your birthday coming up. But like, yeah, I don't know. So anyway, that's your intergalactic channel messages. Let's see. I'm gonna do it all at once. I'm just so paranoid that this fucking audio is gonna do what it did yesterday, and I have to do it all again. It's for the Gemini reading, man. Yeah, we're going to do... Okay, Leo, sorry guys, you probably see that cut off there. That was just mainly because I was going to do it 2 separate videos, but I don't really have time to do it, so because the audio has been messing me around, so we're just going to do it all in one video, so you probably see it cut off there. Okay, so, because I keep hearing restarted, like I'm going to have to restart, like I'm going to have to start over, I'm going to have to start from the beginning. And it's kind of like this ending that you may have experienced, and like I'm going to have to start right from ground zero. Like you've had multiple tower energies around a 7 or around a Cancerian, and it's like happened multiple times, and now it feels like I have to rebuild the structure of my life completely and utterly and start from ground zero. So I don't know if some of you got something took down, because I think in Leo energies, I said this for quite some time before, around copycats, and also around like because this is what my spirits get me to look at for you, is like people that may have put music on certain videos and stuff that they had on YouTube, and I told people after a while that, like, you know, if it's not your own music, you have something taken down because it's not your own music. So I don't know what that is around, like I'm having to start right over from ground zero. If this is around, like I said, like a channel or something, like I'm having to start right from the beginning and I'm having to start over. Okay, so I mean, I don't know if this is around a new life or something like that, and you've moved and you're like, you know, I can't get into I just can't get into it again. Like I used to do this certain thing and I just can't seem to find the motivation to be able to do it again. Like say like you've had a break, okay, and you've been on holiday or you've had some time off work or that kind of feeling, and then going back to the normality again, it feels like that I don't want to go back and do that. Like I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to go and do what I was doing before. I don't want to go back to the old way. I just really want to do something else, okay? Because it feels like I'm locked out, like I'm locked out of something and also locked into it, okay? Which means that I have a contract of work and I can't get out of it, but I don't really want to do it, but how do I get out of it? So it's kind of like trying to pull a sickie off work or like something like that, and how do I physically, how do I get out of it, because I don't want to do this anymore. Like I don't want to do it anymore. Something like that. I don't know what it is, because it feels like that someone's had an overnight stay or something like that, or someone stayed over at your house or something, and like they don't never want to leave, but then you what the fuck is it? It's kind of like I don't want to come out. Why do you not want to go out the front door? Is what it's probably not all of you, but like I don't want to go out. Like I really don't want to go out the front door. They keep saying I don't want to go out the front door. I mean, is this around your neighbours and stuff like that, or someone from Australia? But like I don't want to go out the front door. Because it feels like if I go out, I'm going to bump into someone I don't want to see. And if I do, then I'm going to be forced to say something and I don't want to have to. Because it feels like, don't let me down. So that might be the John Lennon. But like don't let me down, but I don't want to let you down, but I don't also want to say yes or no either. And because I don't want to say yes or no, I also don't want to come out because I don't want to bump into you because I don't want to say anything. It's a very weird scenario to be in life, Leo. It's called life, bruv. Get one. Sorry, but what is that? Like, it's called life, get one. Unless you're saying that to someone else, like, it's called life, get one. I mean, I'll probably make a t-shirt out of that one, but like, it's called life, get one. That's a good one, right? It's called life, get one. Anyway, yeah, so unless it's just paranoia and you're just paranoid to shit, you know, I'm paranoid now, like I'm totally paranoid. I mean, that's probably an awakening and shit like that. You know, you get paranoia, you know. Paranoia. Nora or Noel. Noel or Noel or Noel. Or like paranoial. Annoyed. Like I'm paranoid. Like noid. Adenoids, or someone that suffers like I do. I have bad adenoids, so I can't breathe through my nose. So like bad adenoids, okay. But like I'm bad Michael Jackson, I'm bad. It's like I'm bad Michael Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine, Mike, Melissa, Maria, Matilda, Emily, M, okay, Jack, Julian, Jackie, Jackson's, Jackie's son, something to do with your son or something, or their son. Anyway, so Leo, enough of the channeling, let's see. So we're going to do a you versus them, show me Leo's energy. Show me Leo's energy. So this is you and an Aquarian energy, both of you, okay? It's around communication for a lot of you. So you're more than likely talking to your person. If you're not, there's a blocked energy here. But there's also a lot of listening to spirits, listening to me, listening to other tarot card readers, listening to popular belief. Okay, Bailey, belief, also here, Bayleaf. That's also a Ozzy Osbourne leaf, sweet leaf. Some of you, or you or the other person smoking ganja, but like sweet leaf. I keep hearing leaf or bay leaves. Bailey? So, or the bailiffs. It's kind of like that. It might be that. The bailiffs here, like you owe money, okay, and if you don't pay it, they come knocking at your door, okay. So like you owe rent or money or something like that, or you owe money to the bailiffs, which is like, I don't know, anything that you've done illegal, okay, and it's kind of like, you know, I don't want to go out my front door because if I do, the bailiffs are going to like come in and take all my shit. So that's what I'm hearing. Like, you know, if I've done anything illegal, then they're going to come in and take it all what I've got. This is also spiritual stuff that came up for another reading around someone like not wanting to say anything, but it was coming around a Sagittarius. Wasn't their reading yet, but it was a Sagittarian in the last reading that was here, and it was something around spiritual warfare or an affair or spiritual warfare, like competition. Leo. So 4 of Cups, you see, I felt this energy of being blocked. So it's keeping making someone like a Scorpio energy, okay, and then I keep talking and I keep talking, but there's no way that you're going to listen. Why do you not listen to me? The 4 doesn't want to, that's what I'm saying. So you're foobarred, really, fucked up beyond all recognition. So it's kind of like, well, I'm fucked this way and I'm fucked, well, some of you don't really care where you all get fucked, really? But like, it's kind of like, well, I just want this and I want that, but I'm trying to get through to you, but you're not listening. Why are you stubborn? Why are you arrogant? They're not stubborn and arrogant. They don't want to listen. That's why. Normally when someone doesn't answer, because this is, I've got an answer, okay, I need an answer, sending it and shooting it out to someone, but they're not answering. Okay, so because they're not answering, they always have a reason why they're not. Okay, you could be dealing with a frayed knot, which would be a Piscean, which is a hangman. But like, you know, I keep reaching out, but you're not listening. Why? Well, they don't want to. They don't want to, or you don't want to. It's up to you. But a 4 can also be an Aries, as well as what can it be a life path or a Aries, because it would be a 4. Scorpio or Aries, Aquarius, Leo. But I keep trying to talk to you. I keep trying to you to understand. But why is it that you won't listen? So all I have to do basically is either 1, keep sending messages, but you're not listening, or you're not answering. And if you're not answering, then why not? Because they don't want to. That's your answer there. So if you haven't had one, if you haven't had an answer, that is an answer. No answer is the answer of like, no. Okay, no. So that's the same as you. Like if someone's contacting you, and you haven't got an answer for them, that's because you're blocked. You don't want the person, you want someone else, okay? Or they do, or you all do, right? I'm also hearing they all fall down. Ickery dickory dock. Ika, or Erica, or from America. Erica from America, but like Eric. Or Derek also. Derek. You're right there, Derek. But like Derek's dick. Send us a pic of you. Oh, okay. Send us a pic. Send them in. No, I don't want those. Send us a pic. Yeah, again, you see, Leo. This is always a Leo for me. But like, why did I say that? Someone just wants a picture of someone's, like, bingo dobber. I don't know. But like, or a robber, or Robert, or Robinsons, or Roberts, okay, or Robbins. But like, yeah, here, y'all not speaking. It's kind of like you want to, well, you see, I'm getting two stories. You want to speak to someone, but the person you want to speak to won't speak to you. And the person that wants to speak to you, you don't want to speak to them. Okay, them, or M, or Melissa, Maria, Matilda, all the thes, or M's, or E's. But Thelma also, Thelma or Louise, the name Louise. Okay, Lucy or Louise or Lindsay. But yeah, I'm getting two instances there. Someone that you want to speak to won't speak to you, and the person that wants to speak to you, you don't want to speak to. That's why there could be an energy of third party here, which is 3. Because this is like watching me, right? Sitting back watching the TV, waiting to see if there's going to be communication. Now, like I've said to everybody in tarot card readings, if y'all guys all want to speak to somebody, then reach out. You don't need to wait for a tarot card reading to show you whether there's going to be conversation. Now, you can see their reply, but at the moment, there's more of a reaching out but not answering. Okay, so, but thinking about it, but still like looking. Like, well, I still need to look to see if there's a message. I need to look to see if they've like sent something. I need to look to see if there's any change. I need to look. It's kind of like going through your purse, really. That's your children. You've got kids, and they're going through your purse. Or named Percy or Putchy. If you've got abandonment issues, contact Putchy. You're gonna have to follow my channel for a while there to know who she were. But like, yeah, I keep hearing like, I've got issues. I mean, who isn't? But like, I've got issues. I can't, I'm sorry, because I've got issues. I'm still focused on my ex, is what I keep hearing. Like, I'm sorry, I can't, I'm got issues. I mean, that's another t-shirt right there, bruv. I can't, I've got issues. Oh dear. But I don't know what this is around someone going through your purse. Like, I seem to be going through all my money, trying to have a look to see if I've got any left over. Or like, I don't have any money. Or like, your children are stealing your money, because I'm hearing like, you just went straight in my purse. Okay. Purcell also, I'm hearing Purcell. Or purse. Perel, also the name Perel. Mark Perel. Purcell also, they keep hearing the name Percy, or Putchy, or Persil. Washing machine, spin cycle, Michael. Anyway, spin cycle, Michael. Michelle, Mika, or I keep hearing the name Mika, also Mika, or speaker, like a public speaker, but I can't speak. Can't cook, won't cook. Or the name Cook, Gary, also Gary, Cook. Anyway, let's see. Show me the other person's replies to Leo's. What's going on with the other person? Oh. There's no communication. You all could be dealing with a Pisces. It's a heartbreaker. Someone's a heartbreaker. Oh, you break my heart. That's what I keep hearing. Oh, you broke my heart. Really? Oh dear. What is that then? Well, there's a third energy here. Because I don't know why I keep picking up like a paradox when I normally do fruit 8s, which is like Leo Aquarians. And this paradox of being John Malkovich has come up for quite some time. And within your predicament, I keep picking up this same energy of like someone offering to you and you not interested, and then you're interested in the person that isn't interested in you, and you're completely and utterly foobarred. Like, you're kind of like, well, the person that I'm interested in isn't really interested in me, and the person that is interested in me, I'm not interested in. So it's kind of like, where the fuck is your interest going? Where's your interest rates? Is what I'm hearing. Where's the interest rate? Unless you're finding it very difficult around your income tax and like rates of like national insurance and so on and so forth, right? Insurance cover, insurance policy, or Pollyann. Anyway, where is Pollyann gone? You ain't been around for a while, Pollyann. You all right? Let's see. Hopefully your roof didn't cave in with all the water that caved in when you started doing renovations around the house. Let's hope not. Anyway, let's see. The other person connected with Leo. Money. They're focused on money. That's what I'm saying. It's like you're focused on this 3. They're focused on money. Because you're looking at this 3 and then say, what a fucking predicament this is now. You know, like I like a person that doesn't want me, and then the person that wants me I don't want. And it's like, well, what the fuck do you want then? It's like, well, I want the person that I can't have. There you go. That's law of attraction for you, or the name Laura. But like, someone said, who the fuck is this Laura that keeps coming up? I don't know. There's a few Lauras on here. So, you know, if a message and I call out names, you don't have to look at a Leo or an Aquarian or any goddamn reading to say that all names and all messages are going to fit every single story available to Leo or Aquarius. Right? So, yeah, or Alice, or who the fuck is Alice? Well, Alice is gone as well. Everybody's left me. But like, Alice is gone. She ain't here either. Or Alison, she's left. She's gone. She doesn't want to know. Oh no. She's the fastest cake on earth as well. Oh, I'll tell you what I'm doing. Any of you ever really been on the Slimming World diet? Probably sometimes when I talk about shit. I'm actually cooking sin-free cookies. They're not sin-free. They are if you haven't had an healthy, you know, you get healthy A and B. Okay, if you don't have those, you can make these cookies that I've been doing, and it's basically 1 egg, a load of porridge oats, and some vanilla essence or whatever. Okay, and then basically you can make these cookies, but they're like only 5 sins for the whole batch. If you haven't had your healthy A, you just class them as that. So that means that you still have like 16 to 20 sins left afterwards. So yeah, y'all can make like 3 or 4 batches. And like if you ever get like a sweet tooth when you're on a diet, man, they're really good. They're like really good biscuits. So yeah, look it up. I don't know why I find it necessary to say that. I'm on a seafood diet. It's just fish. So some of you are after a fish, after a Pisces. I'm just a seafood fish, and that's all I look for is seafood. Okay, so back in the day, I used to do Wing Chun, and that's called a seafood. Okay, so the master basically, but a master of none. So the nun, right, nun, but like a master of none, master son, also master son, or master's degree, and you're going for your master's degree. Okay, and it's something around work and education. Might be for your children that are going for their master's degree. Yeah, a sifu was when I used to do Wing Chun. Okay, and that was basically the master. Okay, so I'm hearing Igor, Igor, like eager, very eager, but Igor, like yes, master, no, master, 3 bags full, master, 3. 3 is the magic number. Jordan Gill, Bill Gill, Jordan Gill, or the name Gill. Jordan. Someone could have jaundice. I keep hearing jaundice. That might be like hepatitis. It depends where you've been sticking your bingo dobber. Somebody could have had hepatitis. Who was that? I'm sorry, man. But I had to laugh at that yesterday. I ain't going to mention your name, man. But someone said, man, I just met this new person, blah, blah, blah. And I asked them to go for an SD, for an SD test. And they came back with, what was it? Like herpes or something like that. Man, what a fucking great joke that must have been, really. Like, I skipped, like, dinner, coffee, tea, getting to know you, and I went straight for the killer, which was kind of like, well, first of all, I want you to go for an SD check. Like, And it came back that the person had actually got fucking, I don't know. I'm also hearing like chlamydia or something, or like having to be checked. I mean, y'all could have stick your bingo double, or someone could have knew where you didn't need it. And like, because I'm hearing that someone's got like, I don't know, got something. Got a bug, or like got an STD. STD. Oh, someone was too eager and ended up getting an STD, or it was a lucky break. I don't know, lucky break, big break, the big break. What is that? The Big Breakfast, the Big Break. There was a TV show called The Big Break. I'm sure there was. Break it. Tipping it. Too many cards. Show me one more card for the other person, please. Connected with Leo. The Fool. So it's like I'm just a fool in love, is what I'm keep hearing. Yeah. What is it? I'm hopelessly devoted to you, but now there's nowhere to hide. Since you pushed my love aside, I'm out of my head. I'm hopelessly devoted to you. I'm hopelessly devoted to you. So you're hopelessly, like a hopeless romantic, and hopelessly devoted to the person that isn't devoted to you. So that's a very strange scenario to be in, because I'm hearing I'm devoted to the person that doesn't want Devi or Evie or Stevie or Evie or Devi, but like or Dovde, DVD, but like I'm hopelessly devoted to the wrong energy that isn't really getting me anywhere, because it feels like that it's this never-ending story, which would be the White Dragon, and it's the never-ending story that doesn't end. So it's like Jim Morrison, really. This is the end, beautiful friend, the end of a long friendship, okay, or the end of a long relationship. But also, like, closing a chapter oneself is knowing what is good for you and what isn't, okay, and knowing that when it's time to move on, and that you don't really need an answer, because you need to find that answer within yourself to think, am I happy? Will I ever be happy with the person? Okay. Because there's this hopelessly devoted energy of the Fool, of a new beginning and remaining hopeful. Now, I can't tell you if it isn't going to be hopeful, because that's on this person's side, is remaining hopeful. Because the Three of Swords can also be fear of letting someone down. Like, I don't want to say yes or no, and I don't really want to hurt you, and I don't want to break your heart, my achy, breaky heart. Like, I can't do this just because you're heartbroken. Because if you're heartbroken and I do it out of being heartbroken, then basically what I do is fall for a guilt trip. Because there could be an energy here of a guilt trip, like I'm going to guilt you into making you feel guilty because you won't do something for me, like you won't take me here, you won't, you won't come over, you won't do this, and it can end up being a guilt trip, okay? So there's this energy of like, well, if I can't get you this way, then I have to get you that way, and if I have to pull a guilt trip, then like I'm going to have to say that we're going to have to take a trip out and do something, blah, 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 and guilt trip you into it. Because this 3, no one ever really wants to break anyone's heart in life, right? But it's kind of like, don't let me down, but I can't let you down because I feel guilty now. Like, you're making me feel guilty, right? Don't make me feel guilty, and don't make me feel sorry. Because if you make me feel sorry and guilty, then you end up feeling sorry for yourself. If you feel sorry for yourself, they're not good energies to be in. Because you can do anything being desperate. When you feel guilty, you can do anything being desperate, and that's on both sides, okay? You can have a guilty pleasure, which makes things unrequited, doing things because it's unrequited love, because it's something that I need, and I need it right now, and a guilty indulging in things because of a guilty pleasure, and I'm just going to do it off the whim, blah, 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 and it ends up being, that guilty pleasure. Okay, so that is your reading so far, Leo. Thank you so much, I really do appreciate it. If you want to join, you can. It's the full access bundle only. You can find the link below. If you are on the first tier, when I've done everybody, okay, I'm going to do the global channeling and the stories, and I'm going to do them quite regularly, hopefully. And then if that story really fits, the extended versions of those are going to go over to the first tier. But that's only when I do like a I'll come up, there'll be a story that Spirit will want me to say, and I'll do the story channeling, and then we'll look at a story for everybody. And if that story really does fit with you, we're going to start putting them over on the first tier also for people that are on just a monthly energies there. So if you want to join, it really does help me out financially in order to be able to do this for everybody. And you can find all links below. Angel Radio. If you don't know, I have another music production because I'm a music artist also. So I'll make my own music from scratch and then I'll pretty much put it on my other channel. So if you want to join, you can, and you can find that over on Angel Radio, and the link is provided below. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it, and let's hopefully see you over on Patreon.